Okay, everybody, well, today I'm going to build a salmon ladder, and this is the space that I have to work with. I've got a lot of plans for the rest of this space, so I got to keep this thing relatively conservative. Let's get started. Okay, so that's my spacing for my two vertical supports in the back, and I'm going to go ahead and put the two vertical supports in the front. Okay, with the back supports in place, I now got to go ahead and plan out my front supports so that I can get the overall size of my cage to the specifications that I want. Okay, so here's the size that I went with. It's going to be far enough away from that garage door that I won't have any problem with the bar hitting the garage door. And I'm going to be able to use a bar that I've already got. You can see how I did the upper supports there. And again, it's basically just a big vertical cage supported at the top up there and supported across the bottom. So that's about it. I guess the trickiest part here is going to be putting in the rungs. I'll go ahead and measure the height, set all my angles. And so far this project's been made out of reclaimed wood, so I haven't had to buy anything yet, so it hasn't cost me anything. Let's go ahead and move on. And these are my rungs, my stack of rungs that I have. They're all cut to the shape that I want to use. They're all angled the way that I want to use them. And I got the complete number that I'm going to use there. So I'll go ahead and let you count those up yourself if you want to. And again, the space that I'm working with, if I hadn't said anything yet, is about a 12-foot ceiling. So that kind of gives you a measurement of what we're starting with. And I'm 6 foot tall, so there it is. Okay, so I went ahead and pre-marked my frame on both sides. The horizontal lines there are the height at which the bar will hit the frame, and the slanted lines, as you can see, that's going to be the angle of the rungs. And I had to make sure that I had clearance on that top one, should I ever get to the point that I can actually make it to the top one. So that's what I did. All those are pre-measured, pre-marked, so that when I get around to putting the rungs in, all I have to do is go ahead and screw those into the wood. And like I said, I went ahead and pre-marked both sides. Kind of time consuming process, but if your measurements aren't right, your bar won't have the proper clearance. So pretty simple, not much to it. And here you can see I went ahead and put those rungs on this one side. Each rung is being held in place by 4 very long screws. Probably 2-inch screws, maybe 2.5-inch. Not exactly sure what I used on this, but it's sturdy enough to support weight. I can hang on the rungs individually. So if I can put all my weight on one rung, I know it'll be fine when my weight's displaced over the bar and 2 different rungs, even with the tiny point of impact that we're going to have there in that notch. And here's the finished product before paint. I'll probably paint this at some point, and you might get a view of that at a later date. So there it is. There's the bar I'm using. All the rungs all the way up to the ceiling there. Kind of get a vibe how those are spaced out. As long as you've got any type of moderate construction skills, this is a project you can do yourself very easily. And as you can see, I was able to do this project in very limited space. And it should still work pretty well for me. So that's what we got. The gym's coming together pretty well. Please check out some of my other videos to see other things that are actually in this garage. And until next time.